Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In this video we're going to do our Game Week 35 preview for Fantasy Premier League in the 2023-24 season. And I guess an okay week for us, nothing fantastic. As you can see, slightly above average with 80 points. But when you can see the highest score for the round was 219, obviously we left a few points on the table. And you can see our rank has dipped. So we were briefly inside the top 10k. Now we're just hanging on to the top 25k, which is still awesome. But I guess a bit like Liverpool, we're out of the running for the top prize. We're just consolidating our definitely top 1%, surely. What's that, 100k, 108k? If we can land in the top 1%, we'll be cheering. But obviously this week a lot of people went the free hit, which we'd already used up, so we were expecting to move backwards. If we have a look at the team, so we had Henderson in goal, who got us 5 points. I forgot to follow how he went this morning or the other morning, but he got clean sheet, 6 points. We love to see it. So I guess an own goal in the first game against West Ham wasn't helpful, but I guess the fact he was playing was better than Kelleher, who we originally had. Ike Nori with a 2-pointer, so not sure what's happened there. It's come off the bench against Arsenal. Okay, and played 90 minutes against Bournemouth, but conceding a goal and a yellow card sort of limited his upside there. Mitchell with a 6-point return, so I guess very similar to Henderson getting the clean sheet today, the other day against Newcastle. Yep, yellow card against West Ham is why he didn't get an extra point there. But Arsenal defence was obviously awesome. Gabriel with the 2 clean sheets, and Ben White with clean sheets plus 2 goals, which is super handy. So look at that stat line. You love to see it. So he was obviously the star this week for us, and if we could have captained him, would have been super handy, but it wasn't really in the realm of possibility. Saka with 9 points. I think there was a couple of assists in there, 1 assist, and I guess the clean sheet bonus point is nice. Salah and Diaz obviously flopping as our captaincy, and Diaz especially hurts given we took the 4-point hit for the first time to bring him in. So I guess that works out to be -1 points for Diaz, and the player we traded out, Phil Foden, goes and scores 2 goals this morning against Brighton. So, yeah, I guess this is why I don't really use the free hits, or tried not to. I have used them a bit more in the past, but they never work out. So I have been trying to be a bit more diligent, and I guess my rank sort of shows that it is worthwhile not taking the hits. But we took a gamble and it didn't pay off. Gordon with a point, and Isak with 2. I forget who was on the bench, but Haaland didn't get a run this morning. So it was both of them. So, I forgot about Palmer not playing in his game. So I guess Gusto was out too, by the look of it. So I guess we did well to scrape 11 on the field, given we did sort of try to target this week. The other guys didn't really help us. Solanke with the goal, though, was nice. 8 points. I'm going to have a look at this 219-point score because I haven't looked at it. Bench Boost played this one. Okay, so that's interesting. I took 52-point hit and got... Surely that doesn't include the... I'm just looking at the overall rank. I've just realised they've probably just started this week. So just trying to win the round, maybe. I don't know if you get a prize for that. But it's a pretty bold move. So... I don't know how that works. 15 trend. Yes, overall points 457. So he's basically done a wildcard in trades. But getting Havertz, Fernandez, White on the bench, Foden, Raya, Mateta, and Eze scored well. Tarkowski got a goal against Liverpool. So that's good gear. No wonder. But it's just got a league probably with himself in it, I'm guessing, if he's ranked number 1. But yeah, that's unreal. So well done, sir from Malaysia. But yeah, we'll have a look at our team. So we do have a transfer this week. We do have the Chelsea and Tottenham game as a double. Um, so I guess in terms of assets, we could look at Son. Playing Arsenal and Chelsea this week. But I guess you look at Tottenham's run is pretty rough. They've got Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City in their last six. The fact they play six in the last four game weeks is pretty awesome, but that is a super rough draw. I guess the one thing that could make it a nice little return is they do also play Burnley and Sheffield. So there may be some value in those games. And I guess things like the North London Derby, they could fire up and do okay. Um, Liverpool, seems like the wheels have fallen off there, so it might not really be a level five type game. Man City at home could always mean something for the Spurs. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility with Son, but I think if we're looking at Spurs assets, if we go into the Spurs, I think maybe Madison is a more value, just given he is 2 million cheaper. Obviously, he has that same sort of draw, but the XG and the XA are there. Obviously, just hasn't hit it for the last sort of 5 game weeks, which I would suggest means that he's due. But that might just be me. So, Madison is an option, but I think at a similar price point, if we go to Chelsea, we can get on Raheem. Well, actually, he's $1 million cheaper. So, Raheem Sterling this week. Obviously, Villa, it says it's a four, but is it for attacking players? I don't think Villa's defence is that rock solid. And then, the draw is a fairly decent one for Chelsea. So um, I think realistically, Sterling is the best shout. And it might seem a bit counterproductive since we just brought him in, but I think, the Diaz experiment hasn't worked out. So we just bring in Sterling. And what it does is it frees up an extra mil in our bank. And looking forward, obviously, game week 36, I don't think we need to do too much in this space, but we do need to start looking at game week 37. So we'll try to bank the transfer next week, have 2 transfers. Aim for, we'll be using the bench boost to try and get some points. So we may even sort of take a leaf out of the team of the round and maybe take a few hits to just really try and hammer that bench boost home, I think. So if we make the transfer, lock it in. And then in terms of the captaincy this week, so looks like Haaland's maybe still in doubt. So we may not consider him, but I think, clearing away the obvious choice, I didn't mean vice captain, is Cole Palmer. He missed the Arsenal game, and as you can see, at 5-0, I think they really need him to be a part of it. So hopefully he gets up for the Villa game. But even if they sort of take it easy with him and rest him up for the Spurs game, I think he's still worthwhile. He's just, the seems to be everything in Chelsea revolves around him. And I guess because we've brought him in now, we can probably go with Sterling as vice captain. Just, if Palmer doesn't get up, you'd imagine that Sterling is the next focal point in their attack. So we'll do that. And I think what's going on with Gusto? Knee injury. Well, I guess we've still got to play him given that he's got the double. So, I mean, obviously the Arsenal guys are going to stay. Mitchell away to Fulham. Probably Aitnuri at home to Luton. I mean, Luton's attack is okay. It's more their defence that's an issue. Maybe Mitchell on the bench. I guess maybe we can put both of them on the bench realistically. Yeah, and so Sheffield at home, we're absolutely getting on that. So who misses out? Maybe Solanke. I guess obviously if Haaland's out, it's an easy swap. So let's do that. We'll put Solanke on the bench. I think Dubravka's got to play over Henderson. That's an easy one too. So yeah, I think that's going to be how we're setting up. So Hammer and Palmer as the captain. Sterling if he misses both. I think that's the way to go. So let's save it and let's see how we go. So we'll wrap the video up there. As always, if you've got any questions, comments, thoughts, feel free to add them below this video. Give us a like if you enjoyed the FPL content. Subscribe for all the fantasy sports content on the channel. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.